Hello, I'm Professor Cow, and I'm your teacher for the language in the multicultural setting class. I am going to give you an overview of the class and how to navigate it through Blackboard. With this class, I hope you're going to have a new perspective on language because we all speak at least one language and it's something quite natural for us. We never question how it is learned. But when you start thinking about it, it is quite a fascinating issue. For example, let's take the case of babies. How do they learn languages? You don't really have to teach them anything, but at around 18 months, they can all talk. And how do they do it? So that's one of the topics we will be covering in this class, but I'll come back to this later. Now, from a practical point of view, how do we navigate the course? If you look on your right, you will see a series of tabs. So the first one will be the announcement, which is here. Obviously, that you will find announcements in here. And so usually when your grades are posted or when I have a general comment to make, I will post it here. And every time I post the announcement, you will also receive a copy of this announcement via email. And so that way you get the news twice and you won't miss it. Next, we go to the course information tab. So let's click on here. So in the course information tab, you will have the first syllabus. So for the first week, go through this and read everything that is in here. So open the syllabus and read it. Uh, you will have textbook that you will all need to purchase, which is the Clark et al. Language Introductory Readings. Buy the 7th edition because if you buy the previous editions, there will be articles that you will have to read that are not in the previous edition. So buy the 7th edition. You have the ISBN number if you need it. You can purchase the book on Amazon or you can purchase it through the virtual bookstore. Then you will have the course schedule. So let's open the course schedule. So for the course schedule, we have about 15 weeks. So it's organized as units, 15 units, and you will have, so each unit usually runs from 1 week to another. You have here the first due date will be September the 7th, and for example, the second unit will be September the 14th, except for the Thanksgiving week, where I think you will have 2 weeks to complete the assignments because of the holidays. So, the first few lessons, so until unit 4. So unit 1, 2, or mainly 2 and 3, we will learn about the basics of language, the structure of language. So the sounds, the grammar. So I have to admit the first 2 units in this class will be very theoretical. So the content will be dry as everything that is theory, but we need to go through this in order to move on to the other units. So when you get to unit 4, that's when we're going to look at what we call applied linguistics. So how language is used in society and how language is applied. So the first big chapter would be about child language acquisition, which is how babies learn languages, and well, you will see about it. Then we will have bilingualism, which is how an adult or even a child can learn 2 languages or more. And we will also talk about the different bilingual programs in the US because there are many implemented, and especially in New York City if you live there. Um, then we will look at how language is spoken differently across the United States. So that's why we call language varieties. And finally, we will look at how language is impacted by gender. So for each unit, you will usually have a discussion board assignment where you will have to post your opinion on a topic or question, and you will have reading assignment where you will have to answer some questions that I will ask you. And once in a while, you will have to submit what I call the language observation project. So there will be 4 of them in this class. And then you will have also a midterm paper and a final paper. Okay, so now let's go back to Blackboard. So that's the course schedule, and I will let you read all the rest the first week of class. Now let's go into details of the assignments. So that's in weekly materials. So you will have each week the unit and the due date, and you have the details of the assignments for each week. Just click on here. So like I told you, you will have usually a discussion board assignment. So for the first week, for example, you will have to introduce yourself and just answer the questions that I ask you. So if you want to get full credit, answer all the questions that are asked of you. And for discussion board, to post your post, just click on discussion board, then to go and choose the week that you want. So for this one it was week 1. Click on it and create a thread. So right now it's empty. Create your own thread, and then also what you have to do with the discussion board is to also read all the other posts and comment on them. So let's go back to weekly material. Go back to unit 1. So after discussion board assignment, you will have the textbook readings. So I will tell you what to read. So here you will have 2 articles from the textbook. So for the first week, I will have the PDF version, but while you're waiting for the textbook to arrive, but if you order it online, it should arrive very quickly. Then you will have the questions. So you have just to answer the questions. Usually I let you choose the question you want to answer. So here you have 3 questions. You just answer one, and same for the other article. And for all questions in the course, always provide an example to support your arguments. So obviously linguistic example, but always provide an example so that it helps me and your classmates read what you want to argue about. So to post on it, click here, answer question. And just write your answers. So write your answer here at write submissions. Okay, and then usually you would upload, or you can upload a file, and then do not forget to do submit. If you don't submit, I will not see anything. and I can grade your work. Okay, that's how you would do for all your assignments for each week. And every time you will have a language project or a midterm or final, you will have to go here because they are kind of special. So it takes, um, you have a special tab for it. So for assignments, you click on here. So you will have the language observation project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4, the midterm and the final. Right? So just click on here to have the details, and you have all the instructions on how to submit the assignments. Then you have discussion board tab that we already looked at. So just go in there, choose the week, and then post your discussion board assignment. But you can also access it by the link I showed you before. Here's the instructor information. So that's me, and I have a personal website if you're interested, and you can email me at this email, or I also add my Gmail account because I check this one more frequently, but you can also use this one. It will be redirected to my Gmail account. And like I said, I'm very prompt to answer your emails. So if you haven't heard from me within 24 hours, email me back. But normally you wouldn't have to do it because I check my email several times a week. And also, I'm very flexible. So if you have a problem with the deadline or you have something, do not hesitate to email me because you know I will always try to help you. But email me in advance and don't wait until the last minute to tell me about your problem, because then it will be hard for me to help you. So again, if you need something, do not hesitate, email me. Okay. Here you have some optional videos and articles. If you really you are really interested into the course, you can look at them. So here that we have a few of them. So you have the articles and the web links, and then here you have the videos. And then here you have the grades, where you will see your grades every time that it's posted, plus always uh, the usual tools for Blackboard. Um, Now you should be familiar with. If you are not familiar with Blackboard, go in there and look at it. Uh, so I think that's it for the overview of the class. Again, if something is not clear, do not hesitate to email me, or also email the technical staff for Blackboard. They will help you, and hope to see you soon in the class.